All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. Giants get a big win tonight. Man, did that game was going to be who's going to win this game. I thought, man, in the bottom of the eighth, first and third, nobody out, and the Giants get a very fortunate double play. Boy, did they get some double plays tonight. Dallas will be here shortly. Whenever he pops in, he'll just pop in, and he'll be here any moment, like now. And he's got his company shirt on. I love it. All right. His CTE man may be back tonight. We'll see. Stay tuned, everybody. He's got the company shirt on, and that means he's been in contact with Larry Bear and Greg Johnson. So Giants win 2-1 and 10. They go 5-5 on the trip, and they're now 12 games back. So they left 12 games back, and they're still 12 games back. The difference is they lost 10 games in the season. They made up no ground. But, hey, better than being 13 or 14 back. So Giants get it done. Yeah, Dallas, what a game. I mean, I thought for sure that bottom of the eighth, it's like they're going to score a run. The Giants are going to lose 2-1. I was like, no way. And then in the ninth, I thought Keaton Wynn was going to give it up. And, man, they were resilient tonight. Got to give them credit. Defense was great. The bullpen was outstanding. Eric Miller, a little bump in the road.
Miller, yeah, he's having it's tough when he's in there. He has some control issues.
Yeah.
But everyone else was pretty solid. I mean, it's not like, there's some tough hitters on that Cubs team, and they got through it. And then Dylan Smith in the 10th inning, he looked good. He's actually, he doesn't have an ERA yet. That was his third appearance or something. He's not been in there many times, but he did shut it down there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and he's going to be on our thumbnail. I had a messed up thumbnail, so I'm changing it right now as we speak. I'm going to update it because they gave me a crazy image that I didn't like, and so we'll update that. But
yeah, update it. These are the types of games the Giants need to win. They needed to win the previous game, and they lost it. A tough loss in the 10th inning again. They gave up the home run, bad pitch, hung one to PCA, and he knocked it out. Tonight they bounced back, and it would have been pretty to lose this game. If it was a walk-off again, boy, that would have been demoralizing.
That would have been brutal. Yeah, that would have been tough.
Yeah, so it was really good that they were able to step up and get it done. You score one in the first and one in the 10th, and and that's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
The rest of the time, 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
We got the thumbnail updated with Dylan Smith on there. The original one had Dylan Smith, but it had somebody that I'd never seen before. So sometimes they don't always do what you tell them to do. But yeah, what a win.
And Johnny's not happy with Adames, 0 for 4, but the Giants only had 4 hits in this game. So there wasn't a lot of guys that were doing too much. And Chapman with 2 of the 4 hits.
Yeah. Chapman, I got to give him credit. That last hit in the 10th inning was really good because he went with the pitch. He was either going to get the man over to third, or he got the hit and got Cox in. And Cox might be faster than PCA. He's fast.
He's blistering. Yeah. And that, you pinch run for Eldridge, but having that ghost runner being just lightning fast, any hit he's scoring, basically.
At that point, yeah, you took Casey out for defense, and you just got to figure you're going to hold on. You had to. It was kind of a gamble.
Yeah. But that's the gamble they made in the previous game and lost. And he gambled. He made the same gamble, and it worked out this time.
Yeah. Well, Casey was having a rough night at the plate too. And anytime you're playing with the wind in, it's rough. And Was Webb in the dugout, or did they send him? I never saw Webb. I didn't see.
I never saw him either. I hope they sent him. I don't know. They seem to be hesitant to do that, but
I was a little irritated, Dallas. I made a $11 error tonight. I was trying to download Peacock, and I finally did. I couldn't get it on one TV because it's an LG and their app system sucks. So I go to my other TV and I download the Peacock app, pay $10.99 for a month to watch the game. And then I realized I have YouTube TV that had NBC on. I didn't know that it was both. They advertise it as Peacock, but it's also.
Was it on NBC also?
Yeah. So I just wasted.
I didn't know that. I was watching it on Peacock, but we get Peacock through our phone.
Yeah, I was
a bundle or whatever.
I immediately canceled it. Says, okay, I got a month of Peacock. I guess I'll have to watch some movies and feel like I got my $10.99 because I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Now, I thought the broadcast was good. I thought the quality, they had Bob Costas on there, who's always good, and then they had just the picture quality was good, the camera angles, and Hunter Pence. He steps up on the national broadcast. He's a lot better.
He's totally different. He's a good analyst, I should say. Analysis. What the heck kind of word is that? Analyst. And he's just like, I'm telling you, it's freaking Larry Bear. Larry Bear is the clown of San Francisco. He looks like a clown. He is a clown. And he tells these guys, hey, doctor it up for our casual fans. We have 3 million people that come through the turnstiles every year, and 2.5 million don't know a damn thing about baseball. So just keep blowing smoke up their butt that we're a good team, and just cheer, cheer, cheer. And, that's the Giants broadcast. Just give it to us like real men, please. We don't need to be talked down to and all yippee-yi-yay like we're watching our kids play Little League. Are you speaking with Larry now, or? Oh, gee, we got Larry Bear maybe coming. I just it's a bear trap, as Harish says. It's a bear trap. Yeah. Dallas, the company man. Maybe we should just play. You know what? Does Dallas have CTE? Do we want to hear the CTE song? Dallas has got the company shirt on. He's talking to the bosses. I can tell he's getting lips from them. He's being told to cool it, but I think we just play it anyway.
Dallas is on the hot seat. He is suffering from CTE. Lay off of Dallas, go easy on him. He's suffering from CTE. Dallas has Larry Bear syndrome. He works for Greg Johnson. He's a full-time homer. He's on the Giants payroll. Dallas has CTE. Help him get free.
Tell Larry, no thanks. What'd Larry have to say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, barely. It's a little echoey, but
when someone calls, there we go. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, now you're good. I knew it was a company phone call because you have the shirt on tonight, and we were talking Larry Bear. And
yeah,
he didn't.
He says that he hasn't told Hunter Pence anything, and to just lay off that subject.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Not for a second, because it's nope. Well, Johnny, I'm sorry you refuse to be happy. Happiness is a choice, and if you refuse to be happy, I don't know what to tell you, but there is other things in life that can get you through besides Giants baseball. If you're putting everything on your Pence was annoying, but slightly less so tonight. I didn't think he wasn't too bad. I didn't think he was that bad. He has to tone it down. He can't look like a cheerleader. I mean,
I think the other cameras are really good, like the slow-mo cameras they have with you could see the movement of the pitch and everything. I thought the
NBC does a
broadcast
great
quality
job.
was quite good.
NBC does a great job. But the other guy, because I listen to the Cubs broadcast a lot, was the Cubs color analyst.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Anthony Rizzo jumping in a little bit as well.
I thought they were all pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. NBC is really does a great job. Well, they're baseball. They were the kind of one of the pioneers of, Bob Costas. I remember I watched NBC growing up with Kurt Gowdy. That's right. You don't even know who Kurt Gowdy. Do you know who Kurt Gowdy is? Guy was a voice. He used to be with Boston, I think. Kurt Gowdy and Tony Kubiak, I believe. I think he played shortstop with the Yanks. Dan can stop Casey the leadoff and stop Gilbert taking over left for him in late innings, enough to put Lee in leadoff and Casey back. Yeah, just put Casey back at third. We don't need to experiment any longer. Come on. Casey is not a leadoff hitter. He's a number 3 hitter. You tinker with him. I don't know. You know who's having an awful June so far, by the way, is Rafi Devers. Rafi Devers, guys, is
he was back to striking out. How many times he strike out today? 3.
Let me show you some.
He did not have a good game, and just swinging at pitches right down the middle and taking pitches right down the middle. He's just looks bad again.
Let me show you a little alarming statistic I put out on Twitter. I like to get the casuals all riled up. So I gave Devers a little love. If you can read that in there, I gave him some love. After a horrendous March and April, Rafi Devers looked like he was back to being a premier hitter in May. But June has been horrible so far. 4 for 30, a 133 batting average, 14 Ks in 34 plate appearances, 41%, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. The strikeout rate is alarming. On the season, in 280 plate appearances, he has 87 Ks, a 31% clip. That is acceptable if he's hitting for power. You can live with 31% if the dude, had 17 home runs right now and had, 40 RBIs and an 850 OPS and a 250 batting average at least. But what is Devers hitting on the season right now? Rafi Devers, I'll tell you what he is on the season. After tonight, Devers is 240. Okay. With his career numbers, Rafi Devers should be about 260 right now, 17 bombs, an 850 plus OPS, and a slugging percentage up there. His OPS right now is 712. But you know what? Hey, they played really good tonight. The defense was spectacular. Devers made some really outstanding plays at first base. Insane says this team is 500 at best. Yeah, they're not much more than a 500 team. They're not going to go anywhere with the pitching staff. Think about this, guys. It's a low scoring 2 of these last 2 games because the wind's blowing in. You just can't do much when the wind's blowing in at Wrigley. And, the Giants.
Kind of a cop out, though. You could still get a base hit. You could still hit a double with the winds blowing in.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You might not get it out of the park, but, they're out. They weren't even making much contact.
Yeah.
Today. The pitching is pretty good.
They I don't know if they came through or the Cubs beat themselves, because Alcantara, what an idiot. Like flying down third base on contact with no out. Dude.
Oh, yeah, the double offs, yeah.
Dude. where are you going for one? You're going to go, if it goes into right field, you can get on your knees and crawl home.
Right. Yeah.
And you're flying down the line like it's going to be a play at the plate. What a clown. What a clown. Does that guy, who was that guy?
Is he a rookie?
Alcantara. Let me look at his stats up here.
I think he's a
Kevin
rookie, isn't he?
Alcantara. He's had 9 at-bats all season. He's had career at-bats, 30, 200 batting average for a career, 1 RBI, 1 stolen base. Look, he reminded
line
me.
Drive, you go back. I mean,
yeah, he reminded me of Herb Washington of the Oakland A's. Herb Washington was a gimmick. He was a dude that Charlie Finley brought in the 70s. He never played baseball. He didn't know how to carry a bat. He didn't have a position. He was purely, you talk about designated hitter. He was a designated stolen base guy. He was a base runner only, Dallas. This kid, Herb Washington, he was a sprinter. He's just like a track sprinter or something. And Charlie Finley and he got picked off in the World Series. He got picked off. And Kevin Alcantara, look, you might as well have been Sandy Alcantara on third base. Dude, what were you thinking on that play? You're flying down from third base with nobody out. Thank you, Kevin. The Giants thank you, and you'll have your honorary whatever your gift card or your will be in the mail, dude. That was 0 outs. You do a contact play generally with 1 out, but I mean, he just took off. As soon as the ball, he went flying. Dude, you I mean, I can't even that's some of the worst base running. Remember the dude that John Miller said, this is the worst base running I've ever in the history of baseball.
Ruben Rivera.
Rivera.
The anniversary is that was just a couple last week.
Well, maybe Alcantara went to his school or something, because that was not quite as bad as Ruben Rivera. I don't think I've ever seen anything as bad as Ruben Rivera. That was hilarious. But, you know, Giants take it, man. Giants had a couple of double plays tonight. That one, what was the other one that they had? Trying to remember, but Devers played pretty good first base tonight. I loved the idea that he had the wherewithal to, he's obviously in his vision, he saw where Alcantara was halfway toward home plate or closer to home plate side. But he kind of threw it a little bit off, but Chapman made a nice grab of the ball, and then Chapman, being the veteran he is, realized, you know what? I just gotta my footwork's a little awkward here. I may not be able to, the way my steps are going. So he just reached down with his glove, tagged the bag for the double play, which was really smart. So they go home tonight. They get home. It's 11:15 in Chicago. They're probably not getting out of there for a couple of hours. 1 o'clock in the morning out of Chicago, 4-hour flight. They'll get home about 3 in the morning, San Francisco time. Probably not even get the full sleep till about 6 in the morning. And so
coming back home now. He's on
probably
coming down.
Probably no.
Yeah, he turned left. He's almost to the cow park now.
Who you talking? Wait, let's bring him back. I think he's having a conversation there. Yeah, they probably won't. Giants probably get home. By the time they get settled, 5, 6 in the morning, probably get batting practice off tomorrow, and instead of showing up at the ballpark somewhere around 2:00, I'm sure Tony will just say, be here by 4, ready to play. That's pretty much what has to happen for these guys. It's rough that Major League Baseball would allow that. Nobody has that type of getaway games where they it's pretty dumb of you couldn't have figured out another Sunday night game on your schedule when you look at the Giants have a game the next day in San Francisco. That's I don't think there's any excuse for that. There's all these games that are being played, and how about the Braves and the Pirates were playing tonight. Braves have an off day tomorrow. Let me see. And so do the Pirates. That game could have been one of the games. A bunch of teams are off tomorrow. Do you know there's only 8 games tomorrow? So almost half the league's off.
On a Monday.
There's only 8 games tomorrow. I'm just saying how stupid it was of Major League Baseball to put the Giants on Sunday night when they have a game the next day in San Francisco. There's several teams that were off today or tomorrow that you could have just made that the Sunday night game. It's just dumb. I don't know who makes that type of schedule.
I guess the scheduler.
I know, but it's like 7 teams are off tomorrow. 14 teams. I said there's 8 games. That's 16. Yeah, there's seven games not being played tomorrow. 14 teams. There's a combination that you could have. I just gave you one. The Braves and the Pirates. They're both off tomorrow. Play a late game. Give me a break. Anyway, I just can't stand when when TV takes precedence over fairness, because it happens in football too. Teams
a lot, yeah,
get screwed on travel and short days and all that. Just make it equitable, please. Anyway, that's my.
But it's a night game. They get to sleep in and then go to the ballpark late.
Yeah, I say they'll probably skip batting practice and Tony's probably going to say just show up at 4 instead of 2. Normally they'll show up 2:00 at the ballpark, get any treatments in, whatever. But I'm sure it'll be optional. Show up at 4, games at 6:45. You get work, you get you dressed, you go in, you get your conditioning in before the game, and it's all good. Heck, man, when I played ball, back in the day, you got dropped off. Usually tried to be an hour before the game, but sometimes if your parents were running late, it's like 15 minutes before the game, and you're running there, and it's like you got your uniform already on. There's no clubhouse or locker rooms. You just, you go to the game with your uni on, and you just hope that you're still in the lineup when you're running late. But so it was a good day. With a win, anytime you win, that's good. They're now 27-39. Just looking at the scoreboard today, the Angels beat the Dodgers. They won 2 of 3 there. White Sox went down to Philadelphia. Phillies won 9-5. Yankees beat the Red Sox 6-1. Braves were down 2-0 to the Pirates, and the Braves scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning on a bases-loaded double by Michael Harris, who was pinch hitting because he had the day off. Blue Jays took it to the Orioles 6-4. Marlins win 4-1. The Rays are kind of reeling right now. Tampa's lost quite a few games recently. Tigers are matching the Giants at 27-39. The big news there is Tariq Skubal threw 4 innings, I think, gave up 1 hit, struck out quite a few guys. He wasn't expected back for 2 or 3 months. It's only been a month. He had some special type of technique, surgery that may be the cutting edge of things. It brought him back in a month. Royals beat the Twins 6-5. They're 27-39. So we've got the Giants, the Tigers, and the Royals all sitting at 27-39. And the Angels, by winning 2 of 3 over the Dodgers, are sitting at 25-41. Yikes. So they're 2 back, Giants. And then the A's shut down Houston 5-0. Cardinals win again. Cincinnati is kind of reeling. They're the only team in the National League Central under 500 at 31-33. Cardinals in a rebuild are 35-28. Rangers shut down Cleveland 10-0. And the Brewers beat the Rockies 12-4. So the Rockies are 24-42, baseball's worst team again. And the Diamondbacks beat Washington 5-1, the Giants' opponent tomorrow. So Washington is probably in San Francisco right now, enjoying themselves. And the Mets are starting to put some victories together, beat the Padres 7-3. Padres are really reeling. You know what Manny Machado's average is right now?
No.
Take a guess.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll give you a clue. It's not good.
200?
He wishes.
I don't know. 180? How bad is it?
He'd probably take that too.
Oh my gosh. 165.
Well, he's just a little bit better than that. He's at 169. 169 rough. With a 596 OPS. He is having his worst career ever. 225 at bats. Well, it's not showing me his hits here, but he does have 11 homers. But my goodness, 169 in June. We thought Devers was off to a horrible start through April. Manny Machado, one of the star players in baseball, just not having a good year at all. Hold on. Getting a text here. Yeah, and saying it is crazy. Manny and Tatis. Tatis, I think, has 1 homer. Cal Raleigh has been awful too. And guess what, guys? I have both Manny Machado and Cal Raleigh on my fantasy team. Aren't I fortunate?
Yep.
So
yeah, insane. Earlier he posted something. Oh, Logan Webb. Yeah, they need a lot out of Webb. I mean, the bullpen has had to pitch a lot. I mean, how many relievers did they use tonight? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, good
when the starters aren't going deep, the
No.
most you're getting out of Ray and anybody, the most you're getting is 5 innings, and then you're having to roll a lot of guys out there.
Yeah. I thought I was on Rafi Devers' bed. enough. I try and give him a little break. Johnny Cesari is relentless on Adames, man. I think he's like, he just doesn't have one good. I think Adames could go 12 for his next 12 with 3 grand slams and 6 homers, and Johnny would say, "I'm not happy, Dan. I'm not happy."
Did anybody get what was happening with Adames tonight, where one of the Cubs called him out and said, "Why are you playing over here?" And then he pulls out the card out of his pocket and says, "Because it says so right here," and then puts it away. I couldn't really read what was happening there, but
who knows?
He was talking back and forth with the Cubs guy about why he was positioned in a certain place.
Boy, there's a lot of players, like George says, Trey Turner and Dansby Swanson. A lot of players are really down this year, and I'm surprised. I would think batting averages would go up in general because of the ABS. Players are going to get better pitches, you'd think, to hit because, you're not nibbling outside the zone and getting strikes and by framing jobs as much. You still get them, but pretty interesting, the challenges tonight. Quite a few. And I don't know. Hey, by the way, did you think Chapman was out at the plate, or did you think he got his hand in there?
I thought he got his hand in there.
It looked kind of like he might have.
I thought he did, but maybe it was too close to overturn, but I thought he was safe.
That was a good slide by Chapman. That was when I was having some trouble I was trying to download so I finally got it working, and I just missed the play. What happened? He was on third base at the time, right? Was it a sac fly or was it a fielder's choice? What made that play? What happened on the play? Because I never rewound it.
Let me look here. What inning was that? Do you know?
That was a second? First or second?
Oh, first inning.
Can't remember. Somebody said it was a contact play. Okay, it was a contact play. That was what? Somebody hit a ground ball? Was it
Casey reaches on a fielder's choice out, okay. Second, Chapman out at home.
Okay. I had just turned it on.
He was trying to score on a fielder's choice.
Okay. Yeah. Giants had chances. Cubs had chances. It was, just one of those games that who was going to be able to pull it off, at the end. Sometimes the ball breaks the way, breaks your way. They got the lucky break on the mishap on Alcantara with his taking off from third base with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. I don't know how they won. Like I said, I'm just kind of going over that how they won tonight. Sometimes you get a little lucky break, right? I mean, sometimes the ball falls on a blooper, and other times you hit a scorcher and a guy makes a leaping catch, and it's just the way the ball bounces or goes sometimes, right? But Cubs come to Oracle next week, I believe. So, the Giants are going to face them all over again. Last year, the Giants caught the Cubs at home and pretty much were able to I think they swept them. It was right when their winning streak was kind of starting. They started hitting. I was at one of the games, and so we'll see. The stupid child. I'll try and get Casey on. I did talk to him about a week or two ago, maybe this Thursday night. We'll see if we can get him. I think the Giants are off. I can't promise because, be up to Casey's schedule. But he did say an off day would be best. So let them get settled. I think they have. Let me look at the Giants' schedule here real quick. I want to say they're off this Thursday, which they are. Yeah. So maybe we can get them on Thursday. Can't promise, but I'll try. Damn, where did I buy the cap I'm wearing? I got this cap on probably Amazon. That's where I get most of my stuff. Yeah. It's kind of a fitted one. See, there's no adjustable. It's the new era, small, medium. It's got a little stretch. I like the stretch. And I like it's the 3930. I'm not into I've got one hat somewhere. Where is it? I've got one hat that's the 5950 with the flat bill. Like, I don't like the flat bill personally. So yeah, who's losing caps behind me? Yeah, I've got some right here. I got one right here. I never put it back on the board. When the Giants played, I got one here. I got the Brewers here. I think I've got I got the Diamondbacks somewhere else. I got Texas right here. There's three of them. I wear the Diamondbacks hat sometimes around Arizona. So, yeah, I got to put these back. I got to get the standings back in order. Where's the Cubs hat? What did I do with the Cubs hat? I had the Cubs hat, right? I don't know where'd the Cubs hat go? Oh, it's back up on the wall. Which one's missing there? Oh, Milwaukee, yeah. And Arizona, yeah. And who's in the East that's missing? Oh, that one just fell. That's the Red Sox. See these little clips? They stick on the wall. Hold on. There you go. You got the Red Sox back up there. I don't even think I have all the right order of every team right. I haven't been paying attention to much of the standings. Real Nature Guy says, is there some importance to San Francisco having a 19-28 record versus 500 or better pitchers? Or teams? Maybe teams? Well, it shows they're not a good team if they're not beating the good teams. Yeah. See, somebody says 1 year the Giants were, where did that one go? What is this one? 1 year the Giants were 7 games out in August and won the World Series. I think that was 2010, but a little different. There was, how many wild cards were there back in 2010? I think there was one wild card, and you played your division more. And there was no interleague play back then, right? When did interleague play start? So you were able to catch up. Let me ask, when did MLB interleague start? Oh, 1997? Really? I didn't remember as that. Has it been going on that long? Wow. I didn't. Gosh, time's flying. It's been a lot longer than. Yeah, guess he did have interleague play. Yeah, I think Wiz will be up starting. He's starting to do pretty good. Player of the pitcher of the month in AAA for the PCL. I don't know if it was all of AAA or just the PCL. Yeah, Devers back to striking out. He's at 41% sour for the month of June. Pretty bad. 14 out of 34 plate appearances. Pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah, I think this road homestand's probably about right. Insane. Probably a 3-3. Washington's playing well. They got shut down by a good pitcher today with Arizona, Mike Soroka, but they are hitting the ball. And yeah, the only chance the Giants have tomorrow night is if Logan Webb is able to hold Washington's offense down, because Washington is one of the I think they might be the highest scoring team in baseball. They are a hitting machine this year. They have been putting up runs galore. So it's not going to be easy for Washington. For the Giants. Their only hope really is Logan Webb being rested and pitching very well tomorrow. We'll see. I'm just looking here on. Hey guys, make sure you do hit that like button if you would. It really does help the show. It helps the algorithms. So if you would do that for me, I would really greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button. Let me take a look and see how many guys we actually have in the chat right now. 1 second here. I'm just going through here. Let me take a quick peek here. NorCal Sports Network on YouTube says we've got 124 watching, plus another 100 almost over on X. So we got 42 likes right now. And if somebody would do that, we got 43 likes right now. So if you guys would hit those like buttons, there's 124 watching. So there's about 80 of you that haven't done so already. If you would kindly go do that now, that would be great. It does push it out more to more people, which is YouTube looks at the likes, thinks there's something worth promoting. And that's kind of how it works. So really appreciate it. Why don't we give a little shout out to our sponsors real quick here, and then we'll do a little immaculate grid as we close out tonight's show. PrizePicks. You guys know about PrizePicks. It is a daily fantasy app where you pick more or less for a particular player. And right now, new users can get $50 when they play their first $5. Win or lose. That's right. Win or lose, you get $50 back from PrizePicks. That's quite a deal, guys. You just got to pick more or less than a projected stat total. For example, if you picked Rafi Devers to have 3 or more strikeouts tonight, and that would have been a huge odds for you. And then if you picked 3 other ones and got them right, you would have been making some good money. And right now, hey, you play 5 of your own, they're going to give you 50. Use that promo code NCSN. Download the PrizePicks app today. Build your lineup, follow along while watching the games. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. And just use that code NCSN if you download the app, or if you go to the description, the link is right there in this video. You can just click on that, and that already has our code built in. So if you want to do that, that's great. Also, you want to make sure you give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal needs. Chapman Law Group, 415-613-9483. Chapman Law Group. They are friends of the show, and they will get you top dollar for personal injury. The call's free, the consultation's free, and you know what? In a personal injury situation, you don't win, you don't pay. So give them a call, Chapman Law Group. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. What do we got in here? I'm just going through the chat here. Sack A's, Gage Jump pitches a rookie, and A's are just, they call up guys. They don't, waste time. They call up guys, and they get the job done, man. The young kids that they have brought up over the last several years or a couple years is phenomenal. Can I play the chat song? The stupid child says, yeah, Gage Jump. Yeah, he pitched a heck of a game today. Shut out Houston, I think 6 1/3 innings. There you go. His second straight win. He beat the Cubs last week, or maybe it was this week in the beginning of the week. So Gage Jump gets 2 wins this week for the A's. And they've got some more guys coming up too. So I like what the A's are doing. What is the A's overall record right now? Let's take a peek at that. Oakland. I'm so used to saying Oakland. Oakland is, let's take a look at the American League. They are 2.5 back, 31 and 34. They've had a little rough stretch, and Seattle's gotten hot. So Seattle's leads the division 34-32. Texas 32 and 33, a game and a half, and then the A's are 2.5 back. As bad as Houston's played for most of the season, they're only 4.5 back, which is kind of scary because they're starting to get healthier. So we'll see where that takes them. Hey, and Sacramento is really putting together a full court press, trying to get an expansion team. Wouldn't it be something if somebody came in, grabbed the ownership of the A's, and got it done and kept the A's in Sacramento and let an expansion team go to Las Vegas? I think that would be better for baseball and Vegas, by the way, because Vegas is not going to champion the A's. It's somebody else's club. Vegas does best, generally speaking, when it's somebody new, like the Golden Knights, right? They have, in fact, what are the Golden Knights? They're in the Stanley Cup Finals, and the last I looked in the finals, it was 1-1, but it's 2-1 now. Vegas leads. I think they played last night. Yeah, they played last night in Vegas, 5-4 over Carolina. Carolina Hurricanes. Does anybody know where the Carolina Hurricanes came from? Let me see if anybody knows in the chat. Let's get our hockey thinking caps on. What city did the Carolina Hurricanes used to play in? Yeah, the Raider games are 88%. I was just going to, Hartford, Insane got it. Hartford, Connecticut. Why do I know that? Because I was there when the Hartford Whalers moved. I lived just outside of Hartford. 2 of my youngest kids were born in Hartford, Connecticut. And, the Hartford Whalers I think the year I moved there, 97, they were just leaving. I think that might have been their last year. It was either 97 or 98, the Whalers left. Yeah, the SAC Stadium they're putting together a really good presentation. They've got everything ready to go, the financing to start the stadium. I think, probably be like a 32 to 35,000. I'm guessing. I haven't seen the plans, but that might be a guess. And yep, Johnny, you got it. Hurricanes with the Hartford Whalers, but Insane beat you to it. But that would be pretty cool. West Sac, a nice, beautiful stadium. I think they do really well up there in Sacramento area. A lot of baseball richness up in the Sac area, guys. There's a lot of ball players that come from Sac. Yes, I did live in Connecticut from 1997 to 2004. And I had, had 2 championships, UConn championships, men's basketball. Lots of women's. They were winning all the time, but I was really into the men's. But, man, Connecticut supports UConn like crazy. That's like their pro team, right? UConn college women's basketball and men's. I used to have season tickets to the UConn football team. And they had just built the stadium in East Hartford, Connecticut. It's wicked back there. So anyway, let's see. Let's pull out the immaculate grid, shall we? So we can get out of here. Got to get up early. A little tired too. All right, here we go. This is going to be fun, guys. We got some baseball richness in a couple of teams here. I'm going to show you on the screen what we got here. I'm going to need your help. Let's get at it tonight. Let's see if we can tackle this. As usual, we'll start up there in the top left-hand corner. We've got the St. Louis Cardinals and Toronto Blue Jays. Who played for St. Louis and the Blue Jays? Let's get some guys that are not so well known so we can get some good scores. All right. St. Louis and Toronto. Did John Olerud play for St. Louis? Chris Carpenter. Arthur Rhodes. How about John Olerud? I know he played for Toronto. For some reason, I think I remember John Olerud in a St. Louis Cardinals uni. LaTroy Hawkins. Are you positive, stupid child? Give me 100% helmet wearing first base legend. That's right, Justin. Stupid child, are you positive LaTroy Hawkins played for St. Louis and Toronto? I need 100% Mets. Chris Carpenter. All right. I've seen that name come up twice, and I trust NorCal. So I trust you too, Johnny. But Chris Carpenter. Wait, I got the wrong. Oh, wait a minute. There's too many Chris Carpenters. There's 3 of them. I chose the wrong one. Oh, geez. We're screwed. Oh, maybe they didn't count it against us. Or did they? They did count us against us. I got the wrong one. I quit. I quit. First one. I'm pulling up somebody else. I'm going to stop this. I don't like getting screwed on the first one on a technicality. All right. How can I do this? Piss me off. Immaculate grid. What is this? No, I don't want the same one. I'm going to previous grid. Let's just play this one, right? We're going to pick one way back here. 1144. All right. Here we go. I just picked one out of the hat, guys. All right. A's and Sox. A's and White Sox. A's and White Sox. A's and White Sox. Frank Thomas. Yeah, that's an obvious one, though. That's going to be a 20%er. We need a 1%er or less. Come on. A's and White Sox. Help me out, guys. Nick Swisher. All right. I like that. Nick Swisher. Positive sour? I'm going to go with it for time's sake. I'm not even going to wait for your I'm not even going to wait. Am I going to wait for your Where'd your comments go? What happened? Jed Lowry. Randall Gritchick, Ray Durham. Yeah, Ray Durham. Okay. I like the first one. Nick Swisher. Come on. Give me. 2%. All right. We're going to go LA and the White Sox. LA and the White Sox. I got one. Klay Thompson's brother. How about if we go with, what's his name? Klay Thompson's brother played for the White Sox and the Dodgers. What the heck's his name? What's Klay's brother's name? I'm thinking. It's not coming to me. Tristan. Thank you, Sauer. No, it's not. That's the basketball player for the Cavs. Trace Thompson. What did you say? %. What did you say it was? Tristan. Yeah, Trace. All right. Now we've got a 10-plus winning season pitching for the White Sox. Well, I know Wilbur Wood did it. You could say Garrett Crochet probably did it. Chris Sale. How about if we go Wilbur Wood? That was back in the 70s. Do you think that'll be high, guys? Do you think people will remember Wilbur Wood? You guys know who Wilbur Wood is? I'm going to go Wilbur Wood because I don't remember all these things. And so I'm going to Wilbur Wood, 61. 4%. All right. Cubs and A's. Oh, that's Cubs and A's. the guy, we talked about him the other day. Ben Zobrist, right? Ben Zobrist would be one. Cubs and A's. I got another one for you guys. How about Rick Monday? Rick Monday. You guys ever heard of Rick Monday? Billy Williams. Yeah. We're on the Cubs and A's right now. Cubs and A's. Never heard. Okay. I don't know. You guys heard of Rick Monday? Did somebody say? John Lester. Yeah. You got it, Dom. Eck pitched for the Cubs. Dennis Eckersley. You know what? We're going to go Matt Stairs. Okay. We're going to obvious Dennis Eckersley. Dave Kingman. Yeah. Jeff Samardzija. There's another one. Rick Saturday. Matt Stairs. That's one that probably might get us a. Hey, by the way, happy birthday to Dom Peralta. Happy birthday, my friend. Dom Peralta's birthday today. We had Mark Gravy Graves the other day. Yeah, it's Dom's birthday. Everybody wish Dom a happy birthday in the chat. Let's go Rick Monday, Dodgers announcer. Yeah, I was talking about Rick Monday. I'm going to go Rick because that's 1966 with the A's. A lot of people probably do not remember Rick Monday being the first draft pick of MLB history, guys. 1966, Rick Monday. Also played with the Dodgers. Now we're going to get into Cubs Dodgers. Hey, could we go Rick Monday again? Can you do that? Can you use Rick Monday twice?
Let me see.
Hey, there's Dallas. That'd be kind of funny to just put Rick Monday.
No, you cannot use the same player twice in a single game.
Oh, okay.
All right. 9 squares must be filled with different players.
Cubs, Dodgers. There's a lot there. How about Michael Bush right now? Gosh, there was players in that game tonight that besides Michael Bush, Michael Conforto.
Yep.
Let's go Conforto because he's a brand new Cub. That might, you know what? They might not get that in time. Kyle Tucker would be pretty big, I think, percentage wise. Let's go. What did I say, Dallas?
Conforto.
Yeah, thank you. Michael Conforto. Hopefully this is low, 2%. All right, Cubs pitching 10 wins in a season. Oh, we could go on and on and on. There's Rick Sutcliffe. There's so many pitchers. Mike Krukow. Did he win 10 with the Cubs?
I would say he did.
Hiroku says Krukow, yeah. Greg Maddux, yeah. John Lester. So many here. Should we go? Are we positive on Krukow? I'm pretty sure he won 10 with the Cubs.
Yeah, he did.
All right, let's go Kruk. Let's get a little. I bet you this is going to be under 3%. I got a feeling it might be under 2. This is quite a while ago. Wow, 0.4. Yes. Okay, Atlanta and the A's. Sean Murphy. Should we go Sean Murphy? There's quite a few other guys that you can go. Matt Olson. Yep, there he just came up. Yep, Matt Olson. Tim Hudson. I'm going to go Sean Murphy. Walt Weiss. Did he play with the Braves, though? I know he's managing them. Felipe Alou. Braves and A's. You positive, Hiroku? Dave Justice. I like that one. I think I'm liking the Felipe Alou one. Who do you think better? Felipe Alou crowd or Sean Murphy? What's going to be our lowest score? Felipe Alou, Sean Murphy. David Justice. Dusty Baker. That's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to give us the lowest score here? Carney Lansford. I'm not sure, man. Dusty Baker might be a low one because that was in 60s he came up with the Braves. The Alou brothers. Felipe or all of them? Oh,
Do
wait.
Dusty.
Jermaine Dye. Laureano. There's another one. There's a lot of Braves and A's. You want to do
People
Dusty?
might not remember that Dusty played on the A's right at the end.
Yeah, let's go Dusty Baker. Somebody said Murphy. I wish we can find out what the low score is, like you do on all right. Dusty. Oops. Dusty Baker. 6. There we go. 0.8. That's not bad. All right. LA and Atlanta. We could have done Dusty there.
Yep.
Jeez. Look at this. You could have had Rick Monday, Dusty Baker. LA and Jock Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Maddux. That's right. He played with the Dodgers at the end under Ned Colletti. I bet a lot of people don't realize that Maddux played with the Dodgers. Matt Kemp. That's another one. Rafael Furcal. All right. We're going to do that one because it's Dom's birthday, and we're going to give him some shade here. We're going to give some love here for Dom Peralta. He says Rafael Furcal, and we're going to go with it 5%. It's a little high, but happy birthday, Dom. All right. And the last one we've got is a 10-game winner for the Atlanta Braves. Oh, my gosh. Schmaltz, Glavine, Avery, Maddux. You can go Rick Wise. Did Rick Wise? Let's go back to 10-game plus winning season. How about Pascual Perez? Did he ever win 10 games? Better known as Perimeter. Have you ever heard the story of Pascual Perimeter?
No.
It's hilarious. Well, Pascual Perez from another country. Otis Nixon. I was thinking that, Dom, and I was wondering. He came to my mind. Otis Nixon. Doggone it. Pascual Perimeter is a great story. There's a perimeter around Atlanta that you just drive around and around. Well, he was supposed to pitch, and he just got his driver's license, and he was driving to the stadium, and he missed the exit 4 times. And he, instead of just getting off at the next exit, he went around the entire perimeter, which is like 60, 70 miles or something like that. The whole loop. I don't know. I don't know how. I've never driven in Atlanta. So it's just, I'm going to pull this story up, but while we're doing this, guys, come up with a fantastic name for a 10-game winner for the Braves that would be low profile. Pascual Oops. Perez. Perimeter. Come on. Perimeter. How do you spell that? What am I doing?
Perimeter.
Yeah. See if we can find this story. Where is the... He's a... where is the story? All right, let's see if I can pull this up here. All right, here's the story. 43 years ago, August 9th, well, now it'll be 44 years on August 19th. Hey, that's my birthday. What he must have had my CTE. 43 years ago, this was written in August last year. Braves pitcher Pascual Perez got lost on the way to Fulton County Stadium and missed his start against the Expos. He circled Interstate 285 3 times looking for the stadium before his car ran out of gas. He arrived 10 minutes late. His teammates later presented him with a jacket with the number I-285 on the back. He ran out of gas.
So it's a 64-mile beltway, so that means he drove 192 miles.
He kept going. He's new. He's not from America, and he didn't realize if I just get off on the exit and maybe go back, like he just kept passing by the exit. Steve Avery, Joe Borden. I like that name. Julio. Hey, wait a minute. Joe Borden. Is that true? Joe Borden, did he win 10 games with the Braves while a member of the Braves? Oh, Fosse, we got the same birthday. All right. August 19th. There we go. I'll remember that, Fosse. Kyle Wright. Charlie Morton. That's a good one. Perez would be a winner. You think Pascual Perez would be a good one?
Yeah, I do.
Let's go with Pascual Perez then. What the heck? Pasqual, I think it is. I got Pascual, a couple of different names. Perez. Why is it not popping up?
Just do Perez.
I'm spelling Pascual wrong. That's why. You know, we changed this one because the very first one I put a guy's name in. And it was in here 3 times the same name, and I got the wrong one. So we were wrong on the first one. And he's like, I quit. I'm not going to do a whole thing. There's so many Perez's. He's not showing up. There it is.
There it is.
Whoa, was it 0.8? Yeah, 20. Not bad. We got killed basically on 2 guys. There was 3 guys, I guess. Wilbur Wood, Trace Thompson, 3%. That's higher than I thought it would be. And then, our winner tonight was Kruk. Our most rare was Kruk. 0.4%. Look at that. 10-game winner for the Cubs, Mike Krukow. People, hey, does anybody else remember where Krukow played before, besides the Cubs and the Giants?
Phillies.
You got it. No worries, Dom. We still would have had, even if we were still over 15. The goal is try to be 10. We didn't get there. But one of these nights we'll do it. One of these nights we'll get there. Anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow night, probably about 9:15, 9:30, most likely. Probably 9:30-ish. Giants take on the Caps. Washington Caps. Here I am talking hockey earlier tonight. take on the Nats tomorrow night. And, we got Tony. There we go. A little Tony victory. Yeah, Mark Graves. I haven't seen him in here tonight, so we won't. He won't get upset. We'll close it out with this. August 19th. It's coming. A couple more months. I may be having surgery that day. Hopefully, I have it earlier or later. Not a good day to have back surgery on your birthday.
Who can part the sea? Dodgers looming, doubts run high.
Insane says it's a curse. Uh-oh. We're going to go on a big losing streak. Yeah, Drew Gilbert's swing. I think that's because he hit the big walk-off for Tennessee when the song was written. Drew Gilbert was a smash in Tennessee. Why am I not ragging on Schmidt today? What do you want me to do? He had a bad day.
He didn't get a hit, but neither did Devers. Neither did Adames, Eldridge.
Did Lee get a hit tonight?
Susac. Lee did.
He did.
Gilbert, no. A lot of people didn't get hits. There was only 4 hits.
I did say Casey didn't have a good game right at the beginning of the show. He said he did not look good tonight. But he should not be batting leadoff. That's for darn sure. Senior says, can't wait till they're really good. Well, hopefully he's here in about 3 years because I think the horizon looks good for the Giants if they can just hold on to their guys. They've got a lot of good players in the minors that are starting to really click. And, Key is going to be getting enough pitching. I kind of hope they pick Jackson Flora with the 4th pick if he's not gone to Minnesota at 3. I would like Jackson Flora. Giants need an ace.
They need pitching.
I mean, look at Mizorowski. Guy's just is a freak. So
I don't think they're going to mess with Lee until his streak ends. He's just in such a zone right there that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
they should
Tony,
move him down lead off.
I don't think Tony quits either. I don't think he's a quitter. I think he wants to finish this out, prove that everybody wrong. I wish they would.
Agreed.
I wish they would just get good players and win with them, but it's pretty tough when you hand them, like, here's your bullpen. Figure it out. All right, let's get a goodbye and get out of here. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.